mwanamke ni mama. Mali wa kwanza duniani. Tumboni alitubeba, akatulea, akatufundisha. Zile za mwanamke hawezi, hapana. Siku hizi hakuna. Tunashiriki vyema wanchi ujenzi na tena tunajituma. Hata kulima naweza, kushona naweza, bani unahoza naweza, mti kuongoza naweza, udakitari baba, wasikari dada, tunaweza. I'm a superwoman, I'm a superwoman, yeah, superwoman, superwoman. Ujasiri silaha yetu, kujituma ndo sana, umoja ndo nguvu yetu, na kushikamana. Jitokeze kugombea nafasi mbalimbali, pingamizi hakuna, inahitaji utayari. Wewe unaweza, mimi nimeweza, kwani wewe ushindwe na nini na mimi niweze na nini?
Mwanamke ngangari, mwanamke hodari, anayejiamini, baba lete chumvi yeye alete sukari. Mwanamke sio tu vipodozi na vipicha vya kichokozi. Squeeze mwanaume anapenda mwanamke ajitume na chape kazi.
Kuna vikundi vya kusaidiana, vikoba vyetu ushindi tunakopeshana. Kubwa kwenye uongozi tumepata mtetezi, Mama Samia oye.
Wanawake uvuvi tunaweza, ualimu tunaweza, urubani unahoza tunaweza, mki kuongoza tunaweza, udakitari baba, wasikari mama, yeah. I'm a superwoman, I'm a superwoman,
yes, I'm so exciting. Hustle for my own, don't care about fighting. You know I can be queen and also be king. Superwoman, give me that championship ring.
Ulianza changa changa kamtaji kangu cha kanga. Biashara ya gengi kanipatia kiwanja. Sasa na shishi food, kiufupi life is good. Na namba hizi kibanda. Aya, ina dada wote msilale, 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 msilale. Amkeni muda sasa.
It's a beautiful morning.
Superwoman, Superwoman. We are superwoman. We are superwoman now.
Superwoman.
Superwoman. I'm in the mood this morning.
I see it. I can see it. We thank God. Yeah, it's a beautiful Monday morning once again, and we thank God Almighty who has been making it possible for us to be here. Gracing your TV screen. It's not by power of the might. Anytime you're alive, you sleep and you wake up, you know that it's not your power, it's just by God's grace and mercy. All right, I will thank our viewers for staying tuned. I will know that whatever situation we are passing through, God is always there for us. This is a program where we are the voice for the voiceless and the face for the faceless, where we trash out issues pertaining to women, ladies, and girls in the society. My name is Oluwatoyin Ojayemi, and you saw her before earlier now.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Superwoman Virgin Titi.
I got it. see the guy just says.
So hi guys, good morning.
See our cameraman.
Don't mind me. He knows that I'm a virgin. We've been together for long, so he knows me that even my children at home, they know that I'm a virgin.
Even the grandchildren.
And even my grandson knows that his grandmom is a virgin. My husband can't join them, can't no say I be virgin.
Confirm. Tested and trusted. China, Chico.
Before uncle.
Chico,
now you sabi.
Okay, no problem. We have a guest in the house, Vash is superwoman.
Yes.
Because I love such women. You give them
She's
time.
here already.
They're up to time, yeah. So when the time comes, International Women's Day is on Wednesday. We want to discuss that, see how women can also have a say in the world. They are giving us 55%. I don't
It's
think
not
that's
enough.
Yeah.
Someone said that it should be at least 60-40. They should give us 40%, and they should be managing the 60%.
Why even stop them? They forgive us 50-50.
I know they will think that we are contesting.
We are not contesting. No, we're not contesting.
Let's just give them that.
We're not contesting. Just that women can be good in several areas.
They should just give us additional 5% to the 35%,
or make it
to make
45.
it 40.
45, 55.
You biological.
I know, I'm not biological. I'm just I'm fighting for my gender now.
They never give you 40, they say 45.
If you tell them 40, they will give you 40, so they should give you 45.
Make you do it like say you they not just for market.
45. Or make you say 50-50.
When
Okay.
I can't drag and they can't give you 45. This woman don't play for market too.
Alright, before our guest comes in, I want all women out there and families to please let's just if we can get calls, people calling us from outside and choking matter for a match for this matter. There's this couple, young couple. They have 2 children. They are staying in a rented apartment, but they are planning on moving on to their own house, which is a duplex. They have like 8 rooms. Not, I mean 6 rooms
in that house,
in the duplex, the new one they are building. Now the husband just called the wife and said, "I want you to know that I want to inform you, so it will be as if I didn't tell you. Okay, we are moving to the new house very soon, but then my brother and his wife of us are coming home. They want to relocate." They are coming home. My cousin and his wife, they are having problem, accommodation problem. No Lagos now. They're also having accommodation problem. So they will be using 2 rooms. We will be using 2 rooms. My brother from the UK relocating back home with his wife will be using 2 rooms. So we too will be managing 2 rooms till when they'll be able to, you know, settle down and all that. The lady now said she told the man that how is that possible? Where we are managing and thinking that okay, eventually we're going to get our own apartment and I'm going to be free and have space to myself. Now you are telling me I'm still going to be crampy in our own house with 2 other families coming in. Now she has issues with the wife coming from abroad, all this yale stuff now. So she's the yale. Naturally, anytime the lady comes from UK, she doesn't do anything. You know this mentality, Oyinbo stuff mentality, she doesn't do anything.
She for keep that one for where she come from now.
And you know, they believe they have arrived, they are rich, so the one here, Corita, one. She doesn't do anything, she's still, so. The man now, she now told the man that, okay, if that's the case, you can go, let me stay here.
We are managing
with my children. So when they eventually settle, wherever they want to settle, then I'll come home. To avoid wahala, to avoid issues. She doesn't want to hear stories that touches the heart. She doesn't want to drag any issue with anybody. Because the family would now see her as a bad person who doesn't want the family coming around her and all that. And her own argument is, if they come and say, okay, they are staying 2-3 months, if they are comfortable,
they won't go.
They won't go. That's her own argument. That's her own fear. That okay, well, people should help her to mouth for this matter. What will she do in that? She has 2 children. She's currently pregnant. Now, if those 2, the cousin's wife and the brother-in-law's wife comes around, she's the most senior. Will they help her? Will they work? Is the husband ready to get a maid or get a housekeeper or whatever to help her? That's the situation of ground.
The matter, full ground though. Full ground, well. But if she's watching us, and if she's peradventure listening to us this morning, I'll just tell her to take a calm. You know, men, they can be what they want to be at times. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. But we know them that they can be whatever they want to be. They would have decided on their own before bringing the matter to us most of the time. And being a wise woman who builds her own house or home, I think what she needs to do is, now that the man has decided and has concluded within himself that that is what he's going to do, I wouldn't say he should stay back.
She should not stay back.
No.
Okay.
You know, staying back will make her, some people will blame her. You know, she might be blamed for whatever action that the man takes at the end of the day.
Will the man now leave her and the children and the pregnancy?
The man cannot even agree to that she has said, that she's going to stay back with the children and in that state of health for the man and his family, you know, quote and unquote, to go to that new house or whatever. What she needs to do is speak to the husband. If he can raise money for the one that has accommodation problem, to go and get whatever, even if it is one room self-contained, give that person money. Even the wife girl can add to the money just to avoid trouble. They should settle that one. You see the abroad own that is coming. That one no get wahala. They are just coming for when they stay for.
They are locating.
Yeah, they cannot say they want to stay there. How can they come? They too. Can anybody come and disturb them? Do you know the mentality?
Take it that way.
The mentality they are bringing from wherever they are coming from, so to say, from abroad. They too do not want wahala now, so they will not come and give. If the woman is sharp-mouthed like me, we have already sorted that of the cousin. Let's look for money. Me, if I can go and borrow and give my husband, sort him out. But that one that is coming from abroad, I go thunder wait for him now. When he come, you know there are some things you do as a woman to let that kind of wife, junior wife to me, know that I beg I senior you, and this house where you did now me get time. You don't talk.
But it depends on the kind of on the man. Some men are really into family, and when the woman brings that stand, he will see it as he doesn't want my people to come around.
Let them go into that house first. Let them come. By the time they start their wahala, and let them bring it on. By the time they bring their own wahala, I should not call the husband. It's either me, my kids, or
your family.
Choose one.
Some men.
We choose family. They cannot talk with it in my mouth.
My sister.
Don't let me say what is up. But I would advise the woman to avoid trouble in all ramifications with all these people. The cousin soon, she can look for money on her own. Give to the husband. My dear, go and sort them out somewhere else. But you see those ones coming from abroad. You go meet her for house. So I'm telling you honestly. Go meet her. The senior wife will be sweeping.
Yes.
No maid.
Yes, no maid.
I won't do that.
When they usually come around for maybe holidays or something, that's what
You see, there was one woman. The mother-in-law had 3 sons. And the second born happens to, you know, have some change. The first one too, a little bit. The third born
just coming up.
And you know, they had something in their family house. The first wife was the one running around. She prepared everything. She gave them soft landing. By the time they all arrived, you know, for the ceremony, they came in and the mother was, you know, sending the first wife around. Go and do this, go and do that. Yeah, she like Bajati, you are okay. And after the party, the leftovers of the beef, of the food stuff, the mother shared it for the 2 and said she be one lay. The woman did not say anything. And you know, in her own magnanimity, she felt that they will eat breakfast before everybody travels back. As she was preparing the food, the mother-in-law now came out in the presence of everyone and was lambasting the lady. And the lady, for the first time, she stood up and said, "What do you mean, Mama? Is it because I've been keeping quiet for you? What do you mean?
What do you want, girl?
What do you want? I have served you as diligently as your daughter. What else do you want? You now want to please these 2 on my head, on me? You did this, I did not talk. You always do this, I will not talk. You always do this, I will not talk. Now in the presence of everybody, you are now molesting me. You want to
and embarrassing me.
She just went to where she was cooking the rice. You know, brought it from the fire and threw the rice away, packed her children, tell her husband, if you like, the dinner, meet me at home. You know, and the man said, picked his children. And then when the woman now saw what she did, the 2 wives, the grandmother and everybody, they now came to the lady, begging her, and they know that the grandma has excesses.
Now she has excesses. When she was pleasing them,
you know, if the lady did not stand up that day,
it would have continued like
they
that.
go take them like mumu now. So this lady might have been, you know, taking all the insults all the time, but one day she will have to stand up for her right in that house. This is my house. You are behind me. If they say make we line up, now me be number one. I did front. So you did my back. And you know, there are some things that we need to do to let others know that I be your senior for this house. And whatever I say stands. This is my home. And it depends on the husband too.
Definitely.
If the husband is not the one that will fall for the family at the expense of his own immediate family, it will be easier for her to fight that battle. But if the man be family first, maybe say, I cannot, you know, family is family, family first, family first. There's this young couple that I met, and the wife came to me for advice and said his husband, before they have their, even before the wedding, that his husband, his fiancé always say family first. That whatever he wants to do,
the family comes first.
His family
comes first.
And the lady was, I said, think very well. If you know that
you cannot stand this,
if you cannot change that attitude of him,
you can't change it.
If you can't do that,
no, you can't.
Then you have to look for means,
manage it, or
they got married. One day he said, he called her and said, my siblings will be coming over to come and stay. Then the lady said, he told him that, where would they stay? They have just 2 rooms. You are using one. I'm using one. Because I already told her, if you are in 2-bedroom flats, make sure your things are in the other room while you share your husband's room. So in that wise, there won't be room for anybody. There's no guest room. And she told the man that there's no guest room. And the guy said,
that was your room.
Otonio, there's no guest room. But at least just let them come and stay for some. And she said she allowed. The guys came. And they were like, you know, in the morning they expected the wife to do everything, just like, then you go just carry bag for months. Find one eatery and go chop belly full. They go come back in the afternoon. The husband cannot cook. Those ones too cannot cook. They want love and lataro. Gari la won ko em. Eni oko mi. Egbon gari lem lataro. E ma binu a ma jeun lale. Evening come, he carry him back, come out. Go find one place, eat again, come back. When the man discovered that this lady will kill these people with hunger, he sent them back to their parents.
But how many men can do that?
You know, he got the message.
But how many men will get the message without it causing wahala in the home?
He got the message. They now start back together. I knew you did what you did.
Intentionally.
Yes, I did it. Maybe there are food stuff in the house.
Can they cook?
Can't they cook? So I will be the one that will be cooking for your siblings. Lie, I will never do that. And they are the ones that will wake up in the morning, switch on the TV, watch TV and cross legs. So she will wake up, carry her bag, go to her shop without even touching anything in the house. So they will meet in the evening, around 5 they will meet. When she comes out from her shop, Ekule, she'll go to her room. She will take her phone too and she'll be watching movie. When it is time to eat dinner, she will go out again, go and eat, and they will soak Gary again. After about 4 days, the brother said they should go back to where they get. You know, there are ways by which you treat the fuck up of such people. So this lady should find a means. Fight. There are some ways by which she will do some things.
But some men can even beat their wives.
Yes, I know, because of
not to say my people, I don't go to prepare food for them, I don't go to do this and that in that hard condition.
I pray to not get to that stage. I just pray so. And I know that woman too that is coming from wherever she's coming from would not allow her brother-in-law maltreat the wife because of her.
I think some ladies have sense.
I know
some have sense.
I know
she will come and say it's your house. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. She and her husband will go out and eat and come back and leave the house for you. And or if the man is the type that, okay, this is my brother, you're supposed to entertain them. The man will put his foot down, go to the kitchen and prepare food for them. And that lady will enter the kitchen and scoop food and eat. Yes. And not even touch anything in the kitchen. Now, another question I want to ask is this. At what point should newly-wedded couples allow the third
influx of people in their family,
in their home?
You see, I always tell newly-wedded couple when they are planning for their marriage, make sure you speak with one voice. If you say you don't want anybody to come around at so time, the two of you should agree. My daughter, they agreed that they will not allow anybody to come into their house. They will not take any visitor until after 6 months. I was laughing when they came to my house. The two of them, Mommy, you see, Bolale said, I said, don't worry. Shebi, that was what she said. When the time comes for visitor to come, you will not drag visitor. And when it was the time for her for them to accept visitor, me, I already know in Warami. Shebi, they have said it to my hearing. So I already know that. I don't go now. When I call them, share wapa. Mommy, we are fine. When it is time for them, it was the wife that first, Mommy, you didn't even come and see me. You should have have you forgotten? After 6 months, make on manage yourselves. Call the son to call him Mama. The mother said, after 6 months. Who come now? The woman called me and said, I said, money want to pay me now. And when it was serious time, you know, that trimester period, she called again. I said, she may fatigue me.
Come, if you want to see me, you come.
Come and see me. Me, I cannot leave my house.
Me, I cannot leave my husband's house.
The husband now came to me and said, Mommy, please, we need you. I said, actually, you guys agreed. Me coming to you now, have you sat together? Did you discuss it with yourselves? Because I don't want to break your rules. It is your rules, your set rules. They said, we are not breaking rules. We only bend the rules so that you can come and stay with her and take care of her for that period. You know? And when I went there, I made sure that I stayed on my lane.
Where they put you?
I stayed on my lane. Although it's my house though, but then I have to just...
You don't go beyond your boundary.
They take them do shege 6 months. They will say, Mommy, it's not like you now. You are talking about me too. I'm a stranger in this house. You know, then our cousins will be, you know, want to come and spend time with them. That's why they said that they don't want anybody until after 6. I said it's a good thing. And after about 1 month, I left the place. When she was okay, I left the place. And I said, if there is any other problem, call your mother-in-law. And they said, there won't be any problem. And when the baby came around, they called me and said, I went to the hospital, I saw my baby, I was dancing. They said, okay, I'll stay with you for a week. The mother-in-law too came. Who go come stay? The mama said, we go to stay now. What do you mean, who go come? You know, they were looking at themselves. I said, talk, the two of you. Who will stay? They said, 2 of you. You know, they have to set rules and agree on who comes, who stays. That is it. If a newly wedded couple allows every Tom, Dick and Harry to visit them, there will be a problem.
And there are some families that once they are getting married, especially the man's family, they say, yeah, we'll have this, let her follow you, so I should be helping you run errands and all that. Some families, they still do it too.
They still do it?
There's some families do it. Because in that girl or the boy they are giving you, the parents don't have the wherewithal to take care of him or her. So they will not anyhow. So let him or her follow you.
It's been long that I heard about Niyawu, but if there is anyone that is practicing it or who wants to practice it, think before you leap. Think of the consequences of taking in such child
at that age.
At that age, be it boy, be it girl.
And they have this. Any one of them, they have this like the Yauko or Babauko. So she can. The Yawu cannot.
It is what they have fed the child with back home. When you get there, magba nonsense now, you just here, whatever it is, you know, all those useless mentalities.
This I have a friend, no, rather my tailor. there's a boy staying with her, not staying, they are on vacation now, investors are on vacation, so one of the husband's family is staying with her. So there was a day she was rushing home to go and prepare. So I was like, this guy is in the house, can't he cook? He said, I dare not tell him to do anything. I said, what? He cannot cook, to take care of his cousins who are his siblings, and what? To put maybe beans on fire, rice on fire. When it's done,
it's time for her to even have some rest.
Which rest? She said they will call from home. I hope she's not sending you on errand. To her hearing. I'm talking of just this dispensation. They will call him. Hope she's not sending you on errand. Hope she's not asking you to wash plate. Hope she's not asking to sweep. Yes.
So when my brother-in-law or would-be finished eating on the dining table, I should be the one. I will call him back. Or what is it they call you? Do you expect me to come and pack your plate on the table?
Oh my goodness.
What nonsense.
If one is lucky, the husband will do that.
Let the husband, she be my brother. Make it pack and make it a good
wash. Leave it there.
So even if he sees me washing, he will go and bring his clothes for me to wash.
No, not to that extent. Not to that extent. But many jobs in the house, sweeping, washing plates, fetching water, dusting the house and all that. Or sending...
Who says a boy who happens to be my brother-in-law or cousin-in-law cannot do many job at home for me?
It depends on their mentality. If they are calling him, frat from...
The boy too, gone, get sense. I understand. The boy has, because if you are a good person, such can even happen to you too when you get married.
They don't even think about that.
When you now get married as a guy, you expect such, your wife to be passing through such. Do you expect it? I tell people, this world is spherical. We meet to part, we part to meet. And whatever you do, you reap. Whatever you sow, you reap. Whatever you do to someone now, another person will do same to you. In the nearest future.
I remember when I got married newly, my brother-in-law, he's late now, he came to my house, and after he finished eating, he left the place on the table. My husband called him back and said, even me, in my house, when I finished eating, I packed my plate to the kitchen. Who are you? Oh yeah. I was like, bless you. That was taking off my
don't mind them. That's what they do, Jerry.
So wherever you are passing through, it takes you to sit down, look at the situation very well, so it will not cause chaos in the home, so it will not bring problem on your head. We are from different backgrounds, different family, different ideology, different thinking and all that. So as a woman, just sit down. If you can talk to your husband, do. If not, you can pray and talk to maybe a few friends that can talk to him, as that the situation will not escalate to whatever. Like the thing I actually said, in that your condition, you are pregnant with 2 kids. You don't want to stay in the whole apartment and somebody coming from somewhere taking over the new apartment from you. So pack in first and adjust. Don't stress yourself. Whatever you can do. Whatever you cannot do, leave it. When your husband comes and starts his wahala or whatever, tell him in your condition, you have done what you can do. They have hands and legs, they should also work.
And if they are good people, you will assist.
Yes.
And then all of them will stay happy.
And they can even have a meeting. When they're all around, you can call the 2 of them together. Okay, my wives, let's meet. So we all have, the house belongs to all of us. And let's join hands and let's make the home bearable, beautiful, and comfortable for everybody. So I'm sure it will work out. Don't give yourself unnecessary tension and stress now, and don't take wrong advice from people, otherwise it will break your home. All right, our Shift Forum continues after this time now to bring in our guest.
Yes, sir.
Láti padà sílé mi, 'cause mama mi wọ́n wà nílé mi. I no want me person tell me say I too lazy. Olúwa bọ̀nà ọ̀flẹ̀lẹ̀ ni. As I dey hustle, like I dey Bayo Ogun lazy. No go talk, say me I too lazy. Anywhere I go, mo láti padà sílé mi, 'cause mama mi wọ́n wà nílé mi. Funkilla. I go show you wonder what it wonderful. You not go believe what you want happen. lover, conjo. With somebody that I conjo. 'Cause I'm feeling it in my soul. Something is changing. That's in your face. Something is scratching.
Yes, you're welcome back. She Forum continues. It's a guest platform on the show, and we have a guest in the house. Like we told you, International Women's Day comes up this Wednesday, and She Forum, we are celebrating women also. This is where we showcase women's achievements and everything that has to do with women. We are the voice of the voiceless, and we are the eyes of the blind. We are the ears of the deaf. So we speak about women and what women pass through. And celebrating International Women's Day here in Nigeria and on OSBC too, we have a guest in the house who's going to talk about women's plight, what we do in the society, the achievements of women at home, and what we need to do to move the society forward and our homes too. We have in the house Dr. Juliana Akindele, Senior Lecturer, Department of English and Literature Studies, Osun State University. She's also the Acting Dean, Student Affairs. Good morning, madam.
Thank you very much, our presenter.
Thank you for coming on the show. Yes, we are women, and they call us the salt of life. Without women, I don't think they're...
You like the man.
This life gone, no go balance. So we are believed to be the salt of the women, and at the same time, we are the managers of homes. Without women, I doubt it if there is anywhere that we don't find women.
No.
That means that they know the importance of women and what we can do to make things happen. As a woman, how do you see yourself?
Thank you very much, our presenter. As a woman, let's look at the creation story. You know, a woman was made out of one of the rib of the man. That means we are refined beings. And I use the word refined because if you observe women in various careers, in the academics, in medicine, even in the media, when we do our things, we do it in a way that we don't want faults. So if you see a woman, the way a woman, once you appoint a woman into any position, you know, because generally we are in a patriarchal society in the African part of the world, including Nigeria. So we want to go extra miles to make sure we deliver.
To go for perfection.
So we go for perfection. And this is connected to the way we are created. Don't forget that men were created from the dust. But women was taken out of the rib. So that means we are refined.
We are refined. Wow, I
See,
love
that.
Yeah, I love that word, refined.
Refined.
Yes, I love the word.